Chapter 10. The Warning. It was too late for the men to travel that night, so they stayed with us, huddled in the corner of our small home that we had now made for ourselves down the road from Yusuf's cousins. The mystic travellers seemed to sleep deeply, tired from their travels, but me, sleep was never going to come that night. I'm glad that I was awake, because if I'd slept, I wouldn't have seen what happened. And if I hadn't seen it for myself, I don't think I would have had the courage to do what we did. First, one of the men woke up. He was stressed, worried, and quickly woke the others. I couldn't understand what they were saying, but within minutes they were gathering their possessions and getting ready to leave. I woke Yusuf. He spoke to them, then quickly came back and told me that they wanted to be led to the small road that runs east. When they all left, I was a bundle of nerves. Beit Lechem was safe enough at night, but the road east was into bandit country. I worried that Yusuf might decide to accompany them beyond the town. I lay in the dark and hoped for Yusuf to return. It took him longer than I expected, but eventually I heard his footsteps outside. "Why did you leave like that?" I asked him as he carefully closed the door behind him. One of them had a strange dream that God was warning him to go right now and to stay away from Jerusalem. He started to lie back down, close into Yeshua and myself. Then he added, "They seemed on edge. I guess they have been through a lot to have come here." That was all Yusuf said, and soon he was asleep again. But within minutes he was stirring and breathing strangely. Then he suddenly snapped back awake. He was shaking and sweating, and I thought for a moment that he was fevered. "It happened again, Miriam. I fear I'm going insane. It was just like before," he said, the words tumbling out. "Did you see him? Did he come to you too?" "Who? What did you see?" "The angel. I saw him again, the same one." 1,000 questions washed over me, but before I could ask any of them, Yusuf was talking again. "It was the same dream that the man had. He told it to us on the walk out of town. He had been warned about Herod and to avoid the city. And we must go too, Miriam. It's not safe here. I feel it. The angel said that Herod is going to try to find Yeshua and kill him. We must leave here." My heart stopped. "Go where?" Yusuf paused for a moment. "Egypt. The angel said we have to go to Egypt." "Egypt? Why Egypt? Are you sure?" "I am sure, and we must leave tonight. Right now." I didn't know what to believe, but I knew I didn't want to go. We were just beginning to feel settled in Beit Lechem. We had our small home and we had friends now, and family here. The last thing I wanted was to risk taking Yeshua out into the roads at night. Yet, I had no reason to doubt what Yusuf was telling me. Deep down, I knew that there was no other choice. If God had spoken, we needed to go. Yusuf went quickly to warn a few of his neighbours about his dream. He tried to explain everything to ensure they remained on their guard, but that we were going to be leaving that very night. The neighbours thanked Yusuf, but soon returned to their beds, saying they would discuss with the family in the morning when the others awoke. I often wonder if they thought Yusuf was simply crazed. Dreams in the night are aplenty, that I know. Meanwhile, I quickly packed our few belongings. We didn't have much, and the few gifts that the men had given us that evening were easily the most valuable things we now owned. I hid them well, knowing that without any friends or family in Egypt, we would need all that we had to survive. We prayed for our friends and hoped they would take heed to our warning, But as for us, we had to follow the instructions from the angel. It was our only assurance that Yeshua would be safe. I knew in my heart it was the right thing to do. We crept along the quiet streets to the road that led out of the west side of town. There was good light from the moon and the stars that night, and I noticed my faint shadow behind me. I wanted to look back. I wanted to take one last look at the place we had called home for these 2 years. But instead, I turned my face to the road ahead.